So hi, I'm Maggie Pashley and I'm a therapist living and working in County Sligo, and today I'm just going to talk about how useful it is to draw upon our own unconscious to help with connecting with our own inner resources. So I think all of us have an experience of trying to do something consciously and how much effort that can take, and how much willpower that can take. And sometimes we can end up just giving up because it's too much effort, and that can especially apply to things like sometimes giving up smoking when you're just relying on willpower alone, or when you're trying to introduce some new eating habits. And when we use our unconscious mind, and we have far more resources, and I think we've all had an experience of learning something consciously, and sometimes it's whether it's learning how to walk when we're a child, and we have to keep going until it just becomes really natural. Or for most of us, those who have learnt to drive, that sheer effort of learning all the different aspects of driving, such as how to manoeuvre the clutch and the gear stick and the brakes and the windows and the indicators, and then remember to be observant of everything that's around us. And then there comes a point when it just all clicks into place and it just seems so easy and natural, and we can actually find ourselves driving even hundreds of miles, and we're not without really being consciously aware of what we've done. We can go from A to B and suddenly we're there, and we can't remember all the little bits along the way, and yet we've driven safely, and yet we've been aware of everything that we needed to be aware of to be able to do what we needed to do to get there. So that's when that learning has been really integrated, and it's just become natural and unconscious. So I think when we have that kind of learning happening, and it's actually been integrated into the unconscious part of us, then it's very easy and natural, and it just feels like part of us. So when I do hypnotherapy with clients, that's what I'm aiming to achieve, so that their new behaviours just feel like natural choices rather than choices that they've got to effort each time they have to make it. Yes, obviously there is going to be some degree of effort required, but the amount of effort required is really so much reduced, and it just feels so much more natural and easy. So one of the forms of hypnotherapy, hypnosis, that I really like using is the Ericksonian approach, which is giving you choices as to what's right for you. So you can actually present your unconscious mind with choices. Would it like to do this, or would it like to do that, or would it like to do something that is even better for it? And we don't even know what that even better has to be. We don't consciously have to know it, because we have really accumulated massive resources by the time we're adults. Many of those resources we're not choosing to use, of course. And I like it because it's not just imposing a one-size-fits-all on you. It's allowing you to begin to trust yourself better, and to be able to find your own way of expressing that new behaviour, and the easiest way of getting there as well. So I think it's lovely to see that, and obviously there are times when I do use direct suggestion based on what my clients have told me, but it's done. I prefer to do it in a softer way, because a lot of us can really resist a very authoritarian approach, because we might have been had to follow other people's rules far too often, and the idea of having to do something and something being the only way can be something that makes us want to do that, really sort of put up that folded arms kind of resistance and do the very opposite. And the other way in which hypnotherapy can also really be very, very useful is to use the incredible memory banks of our unconscious to understand why we might be having a particular unwanted behaviour in our life. And that can involve regression, either in this life or even to a past life, so that we can understand, and not only understand, but we can heal that whatever it was, and therefore feel freer to make new choices. Equally, we can use our unconscious mind, use the resources in our unconscious mind to connect us with our, you might call it our soul timeline, and go out into the future and draw resources from our future as to what choices would most enhance our life, whether it's examining choices that we are already aware of and seeing what our future would be like if we made those choices. Or we might almost like have a kind of wild card where we see ourselves doing something that can surprise us, that can be unexpected, and drawing resources, drawing tips and advice from that future time can help us to make better choices now, can help us to be aware of the easiest way of getting there. So why I love doing hypnotherapy is that it enables people to make a difference in their behaviour in a way that feels natural, in a way that feels easy. So we can use it for all sorts of different things. We can use it just simply to change a habit, to get more confidence. We can use it to release fears and phobias. We can use it to help certain situations be easier, whether that's childbirth or public speaking or something else, so that it becomes far less daunting, it becomes more natural and easy, and we have the sense that we can do it, and that's really, really important, to really have a sense that we have it within us to do something with ease and to begin to enjoy the new behaviour, rather than have to grit our teeth through it, or to make it such an effort. And so I'll put my details below if you feel like you want to get in touch with me. And I do work both face-to-face, and I probably, maybe it's half-half. I in terms of working with clients face-to-face. Probably 50% of them are face-to-face, and the rest of them are online. And working online can be really good because you're in the comfort of your own home, hopefully, and you can choose the environment that you'd in your own home where you'd feel most comfortable. And you don't have to travel, you don't have to go anywhere. I can even give you a recording of the hypnotic part of the session so you can listen to it afterwards. And it's a very easy way of doing it. I'm also open to, in fact, by open I mean I offer rather, a 15-minute free consultation if anybody wants to do that with me online. I'll also put my scheduling details below, and you can simply book that in and speak to me how I might be able to help you, and we can go from there, and you can schedule in a time that suits you. So I'd love to hear from you if you think I could help you, and if not, maybe you might like to explore contacting your own unconscious in your own way, whether it's just sitting silently, whether it's meditating, whether it's just asking questions and just not waiting for an immediate answer, but allowing inspiration, insights to come to you. And simple questions that can be helpful are things like, how could it get better than this? Or what would it take for me to feel greater ease in this situation? Questions that are intended to generate new resources, to take you beyond the box that you might currently be in, that you want to get out of, or that you want to move away from. So I hope this is helpful. Thank you.